Get to your top stories in just a second, but first a look at traffic and weather with meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, plenty of sunshine the first half of our day, some clouds and some possible showers now rolling in.
Yeah, I got a couple of them popping up on radar, which we'll show you in just a second. But first, let's take a look at traffic. Here is a look at downtown Springfield, I-91, the usual slowdown here. It's actually starting a little bit earlier than usual, but maybe we're getting away earlier than usual on this Friday afternoon. Let's take a look at the map now. There it is, and 91 in pretty good shape other than the slowdown that we just showed you here along the 291 merge and points south through downtown Springfield on 91. Mass Pike east of the river is in good shape other than the usual backup at Sturbridge here with Cape traffic. And then we did have, and we still do have, a very slow going here westbound on the Pike near Lee. We don't know why that's happened. We believe that there's an accident there, but we did get an email recently from a viewer that said that they were just sitting in traffic westbound on the Pike in Lee. So something to keep in mind. Let's take a look at weather, shall we, and show you what's happening. 85 now in Springfield, 83 Greenfield, and in the low 80s just about everywhere else. It's a little bit cooler in the Berkshires because it's cloudier in the Berkshires right now, and even a little batch of showers. And this is what we were talking about with the scattered showers here over the Berkshires, points north and points west. So through about sunset, I expect that we'll have a scattered shower here. We'll talk about what's happening for the weekend with the 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
All right, Brian, thank you. 3 of the 7 suspects in a series of Springfield shootings on Wednesday night were arraigned today. 5 adults and 2 juveniles were allegedly involved in the incident that left a Springfield police officer wounded. Isaac Font, Alberto Torres, and Jamie Griffin were the 3 suspects in court today. They are being held without bail. Their next court date is June 13th. The Springfield School Committee has voted to appoint an interim superintendent following Daniel Warwick's early retirement. Chief Instructional Officer Dr. Michelle Balch was elected to temporarily fill the vacant position. Balch will serve in the role until Dr. Sonia Denal, who was selected as the next superintendent last week, takes over later this year. Well, the Celtics took a series lead in the NBA Finals last night, blowing out the Mavericks at the Garden to go up 1-0 in the best-of-7 series. The Celtics won 107-89. Kyrie Irving only got 12 points on 6 of 19 shooting, facing his old team. The Celtics are stocked with strong individual defenders from Holiday and White to Tatum and Brown, who racked up 3 steals and 3 blocks last night. Game 2 tips off at 8 o'clock on Sunday night in Boston. The FDA is recommending that COVID vaccines be updated to target the JN1 variant ahead of the fall season. JN1 emerged in the U.S. last summer and became the dominant strain in circulation by January. The variant now accounts for 1 in 4 new cases of COVID. That's according to the CDC. All right, so let's get a look now at your weather again with meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, we got some showers out there. The good news, though, is that the weekend is looking very nice.
Yeah, at least the first half of the weekend. We've got some events that we're going to tell you about right now. You can see here the Valley Blue Sox in action tonight at 6:35. The Blue Sox were rained out yesterday. I expect that there may be an isolated shower this evening, but otherwise dry with temperatures that'll be in the mid to upper 70s this evening at McKenzie Stadium in Holyoke. Tomorrow morning, shred event at 1976 Main Street in Springfield. Sun cloud mix 9 o'clock, 64. Chance for an isolated shower at 11 a.m. and upper 60s, and then the Holyoke Pride Rainbow Run 5K happening tomorrow at Ashley Reservoir. Not a bad morning to take a run. 66 degrees at 10 a.m. Isolated shower possible at noontime and 71. And there's also the Cultural Chaos happening in East Hampton on Cottage Street tomorrow. This is an afternoon and early evening event. 71 at noon, 3 o'clock, 75 degrees. Sunday does look a little wet. We'll show you on 22 News at 5.
Right, trending now, New England's largest Pride Parade will march through Boston tomorrow. More than 300 groups made up of thousands of participants are expected to march the streets of Boston. It begins at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, starting from Copley Square. There's also a Pride Festival on the Boston Common. More than 1 million people are expected to visit the city for Pride celebrations. Paris Olympics organizers have unveiled a display of the 5 Olympic rings mounted on the Eiffel Tower. The rings will be displayed on the south side of the landmark overlooking the Seine River. The Olympic medals in Paris are being embedded with pieces from the tower. Thousands of athletes will parade through Paris on the Seine during the opening ceremony on July 26, and you can of course watch those games right here on 22 News. Now for a look at what we are working on for 22 News starting at 5 o'clock. Springfield police are raising money for the officer who was shot Wednesday night. Learn how you can get involved. Plus, the Ironman Half Triathlon is this weekend, what you need to know about highway and road closures that day. And we'll have how the recent spring weather is affecting local crops.
Quick check of traffic once again, heading east on the Pike. The slowdown at Sturbridge. I-91 is in good shape, although a little bit slower than average for this time of day in downtown Springfield. And we still have the backup in Lee on I-90 or the Mass Pike westbound. We'll talk about the weekend's weather on 22 News starting at 5.
Brian, thank you, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. All your local news and weather updates anytime on our website and the 22 News app.